Okay, that's better. You can actually kind of see.
You guys are so dirty.
Yeah. You had to clean your eyes out so you could see us better. How's it going, everybody?
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, it looked really bad on my thing for a second there.
I'm not.
Right, good morning, everyone. So many people.
We're sitting in Amber's living room right now.
Right, well, she is technically in my living room. I think I am, like, on the wall for my bedroom.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. I think my bedroom wall is going to go somewhere right in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope we don't get the weather either. I mean, I know it's coming. I just hope it doesn't take off our roofs or anything. We don't have walls to, stop the wind from coming up underneath our roofs.
Yeah. So as you can see, my walls consist of
plastic. So we're waiting to do any kind of insulation in here until after the storms, because if the weather comes in and rips this plastic off, we don't want all the insulation to be ruined.
And I don't have, like, the peaks of my roof. I only have, like, the walls wrapped in plastic, not the actual, like, top
the
part.
gable ends.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not wrapped. So there's lots of room for wind to come through.
To blow rain in, to tear off the plastic, to...
Hopefully not tear off the metal.
It's
screwed down pretty good.
I was going to say, I'm hoping with how many screws Michael put, or you and Michael put in the metal up there, that it'll be fine.
I think each piece of tin has about 15 screws in it, so...
Yeah.
Good heavy-duty metal screws, like roofing screws. Good morning, Auntie Emma. Hey, James and Cindy, Cheryl, Kathy. Hello. Kim, Sue. We're going to think positive about this. We're going to stay positive. We're just going to have to get a little rain. Right. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. James said I posted my first short last night on my channel. Oh, hey, nice.
Awesome.
Awesome, James. Is that the first video you've posted? Morning, George. The crib is looking fabulous.
Yes, you do hear a saw in the background, Cindy. That is Wiley down at Jen and Wiley's, down at their place, cutting more metal.
Yep.
That's why we're doing it in, my living area.
Well, and until we put up walls, she has Wi-Fi up here. So.
Yeah. I actually can now get the internet service.
Once she has walls, that probably won't be the case.
Yeah, because if I sit inside my other little trailer, worked great when it was right down next to the house, but now that it's just a little bit away, if I close all the doors on that thing, I get no service.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Sherry and Nomadic Hooker and Pam, good morning. We've missed a few weeks on Amber's live stream.
We've just been so busy, and then, weekends are when Wiley is definitely home, so we try to focus on working, on getting stuff done, and
by the time it's time for this live, he's already working, and we feel bad about not helping, so we're usually helping.
Yeah,
hey,
but...
You two be quiet.
But we figured today we'd try to squeeze in a live before we got anything done.
Yeah. Maybe a router would help. Maybe we need an extender thingy.
Right. I think you said that they offer one.
Yeah.
I just gotta pay for it every month.
Yeah.
But I figure I'm not even worried about that until I actually get everything built and lose service again. Once I lose service again, then I'll be like, all right, I need the booster thing.
Right. More work equals more videos, hopefully. Yes and no. I do not have time to edit videos right now, so what I'm doing is we're working and then I'm just showing you guys the progress.
And for some reason, my video making app, my
is it dead or did it time out? Oh,
just timed out. The app that I use for making my videos has been acting up, and I have one more short video. I mean, it won't be very long, but of finishing the roof. But for some reason, I can't get that thing to play for nothing. It's either telling me that my file is corrupted, or that it just can't be produced, or anything.
Like I said, we're in the market for a new editing software because I'm really not looking forward to having to learn a whole new program. But the one we've been using has been adding a lot of like AI stuff, so to do special effects and things like that. We don't use any of that. I wish there was a way to opt out of all of that stuff. But
Right?
now it seems like you have to have a...
I just want the version that I paid for, the one that worked.
Right, yeah, like the one without all that stuff. We're not doing anything where we're, you know, trying to have it make us look like we're flying off into the clouds or anything. So it sucks because I've been using that for 5 years and I really loved it when it would still work, and now it just crashes all the time.
And it's making things so frustrating. So frustrating.
Yeah. Yep. And so yeah, we need to find a new editing software. Morning, Greg. How are you? Watch on TV till I got finished on my phone. All right, thanks, Janice.
I plan
Sassy Cat.
I plan on buying some windows on payday. I need to buy more wood for building my interior walls. And then I also need to buy windows, and I think you said that I got one door, or somebody has one door for me, my exterior door, but then I still need a bedroom door. So there's a few things that I've got to buy. Well, a lot of things I have to buy on payday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm debating though if I buy all the lumber that I need or if I buy like a new generator, because my generator seems to be, well, not running anymore.
Yeah, no, it doesn't run. Hunter's done work on it. We've bought parts for it and replaced parts on it, and it still doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so she's using the generator that we normally have at the well, which is, you know, also not that great. It's it's not one that we want to run all the time because it doesn't run that good. Up
yeah,
at the well,
I was
it's
gonna
fine.
say, and the longer you run it, it seems the more issues it tends to have. Like it'll, like the breakers on it trip easily.
And then you don't even know.
Yeah, and then you have no idea. So I have ran this generator for hours without it charging anything, and it really frustrates me, you know, because that's a lot of gas. So.
Yeah.
And this thing is not very gas efficient, and it's super loud.
Very loud. It's hard to start.
Loud. Yeah.
And
like I have a hard time pulling it with my arm the way that it is.
So she had to have surgery on her collarbone not too long. I mean, a couple years ago. So
but
now anybody that's good.
Yeah, anybody that's had surgery on their collarbone knows that it's not something that you recover from right away.
Yeah. Greg says he's coming down in the morning. Awesome.
Woohoo!
He was going to come down today, but with the weather rolling through, he's going to wait. So Wiley found a place. He was delivering rock or something last week or the week before, and he found a place just north of Magazine, so it's not very far from us at all. And he's got some used windows. Well, actually, they're like brand new.
They're just waiting. He's just had them. So I think that I'm going to go look at that guy's windows because they're like brand new. Wiley says they're really nice and cheap.
Yeah, we have some windows that we took from that old building that we tore down several months ago. I don't know, 6 to 8 months ago. You were still pregnant, so it had to have been 8 or 9 months ago that we did that. But they're the old wood frame, single pane.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be very efficient for keeping this place warm during the winter.
Yeah. They would work, and that's what we were going to use. But Wiley found these windows for pretty cheap, so we're going to go buy those instead. 2 shoulder surgeries. I know what you're saying, Amber.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how long it takes to recover from this. And then I don't know what's going on with it, but like just like the way that I can feel the metal like on top of my bone where it connects. It's horrible. It's constantly uncomfortable.
Pneumatic hooker, she usually has to have Hunter come start her generator.
Yeah.
Or the generator that's out here. The one that she's using, like I said, is the one we usually use for the well. And then it's running twice a day for about 10 minutes each time. So and Michael or Hunter usually takes care of that and keeps our water tank full. But yeah, it's hard for her to start. The kids can't start it. I haven't even tried.
Right.
But a generator would be a good investment.
No Normatic hooker. I don't use my foot. I send the kids to do it.
Yeah. Check Marketplace and all other secondhand shops. What, for a generator? I personally think that she should buy a brand new one with a good warranty.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing, is like going to like Harbor Freight or something and buying one of their generators. Like their Predator generators are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's what I had in California living off grid. And their warranties are, they cover pretty much anything, and so all that I'd have to do is take it back to Harbor Freight and get a new one.
Yep.
And believe me, generator issues seems to be something that we have a lot around here.
Well, because we use them constantly. Most people buy a generator. Hunter, what do you want? Then go till we're done with the live stream. Love you, bye. So, trying to keep the kids out of here during live streams.
Well, Janice, I'm happy that you like my shirt. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I had actually misplaced it for a while, but I found it again, so I'm happy.
Bailey, go away. The dogs are as bad as the kids.
Sometimes they're worse.
So, the solar generator is great, but it doesn't... We use more power than the solar can generate to power it. So we still have to use a generator to charge it.
Yeah.
And
they make it to where we don't have to run the generator as often.
Right.
Or for as long, but they don't last.
And they pull in some power from the solar, but it's not enough to like replace it as fast as we're using it because we have a refrigerator hooked up to it. Most people buy generators to use in case of a power outage or use on a project where they don't have access to power and they need to power their tools. We use them every single day and usually for several hours. So, yeah, but I think it would be best to buy a brand new generator with a warranty. That way, if there's an issue with it, she can take it back. If she buys one, she could probably get one cheaper if she bought it secondhand. But you don't know what issues it's going to have. You don't know anything about it.
Yeah, you don't know if that person has taken good care of it.
And if you use it for, 2 months and it breaks down, then you're in the same boat. If you buy a brand new one and it breaks down in 2 months, you take it back to the store and say, hey, it broke, and they'll give you another one.
Right, and I was looking at those Predator generators. I can get one for like, I don't know, $500-700, something like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a lot of money, and but it's something that I have to have that I really need.
Yeah, and
the generator is a necessity.
Out of full transparency, so a few months ago, many of you remember she set up memberships, and YouTube gave her a bonus for starting memberships, and then they gave her a bonus for every person who signed up for a membership. So that's going to help her finish out her build and possibly
hopefully get the generator.
Yeah,
but it might come down to.
Well, I don't know about finishing the build, but getting it.
Right, yeah, but what I really have to have is the lumber for my interior walls, and then
windows.
I'd like to get at least 4 windows. Mm-hmm. But I was kind of also thinking about replacing the window that's in the boys' bedroom that's on the opposite side of the trailer, with one that opens more, and but that would mean one more window that I'd have to buy.
And you don't have to do it right now because it's fixing to get cold. They're not going to have that window open anyway once the weather cools off.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that if this guy has that many windows, then I can afford to get them when we can have a cheap one.
Right.
A cheap nice one.
Wiley said that some of those windows are $25.
Yeah.
So depending on the size of them, they get more expensive as they get bigger.
Right. Wiley did say something about them having a really nice big window, and it keeps going through my head how nice that would be for like my living room area.
That'd be awesome. But if it's a window that opens, would be even better.
Yes.
Because a big window that's going to let in lots of light and heat is going to suck if you can't open windows to let air through.
Right. But I like lots of natural light.
Yeah, I do too. And that's why I have windows down at my place that don't open.
Yeah.
because they were, actually we got them for free. So beggars can't be choosers. I wanted windows that opened, but it didn't work out that way. I'd get an inverter generator, not just a generator. There was, what was it?
I
There
was
was something
looking at-
about the inverters. I had one for a long time. That's what we started out with when we moved here. I used the crap out of that thing, and it was a Predator inverter.
I was looking at one. I'm just not sure how powerful of a one that I need. Like the watts that I need for one.
Yeah.
Because
the more the better. But
yeah, depending on how much I need though to get by on what I have, like to be able to run and charge what I need it to. If I can get by with like a smaller wattage, then I can spend more on the quality of the generator.
Right.
Because those inverter generators are nice, but they're more expensive.
Yeah.
I'd also like one of those inverter generators because from everything that I've been looking into, they're typically quieter.
They're very quiet, and it's more like a car engine running instead of a generator running. Yeah. And then also, they're really quiet, and they're very, very fuel efficient.
Yeah, so I'd love to get one of those. But I've got to talk with Wiley and see what he thinks I can get away with for power.
I know that our 4,000 watt generator is pretty good, but we could have used a bigger one because we can't charge our battery bank and our solar generator at the same time on it. We have to charge one or the other, which means since we can't charge them at the same time, it means that we have to run the generator twice as long.
Thank you, Jody.
Oh, Jody, thank you so much. Hi. Sorry, I haven't even been paying attention to everybody in here. Hey, Kim. Derek, hello. Babs, Eva. Edwards. Years ago, I got windows from a company that were getting rid of return of the factory windows. Works better than not having to buy a window to fit a specific dimension.
Yeah, we are buying windows, and then we are going to make the hole to fit the window. That is why I have no framing for my windows or anything in any of my walls. The only thing that we framed out, kind of, is
the door. And we just roughed it for like a standard 36-inch door.
Yeah.
So if the door's 36 or 32 inches, we'll just make it fit the hole. We'll make the hole fit the door.
Yep.
Make the hole fit the window.
Yeah.
We don't know what size the windows are going to be yet.
Exactly. So we will deal with that when it comes time for that.
Yeah.
For now, we were just trying to get this place dried in, so then we could, I can hopefully have a warmer place for this winter.
Yeah, it's going to be done. It'll be nice.
And then we also have somebody else that's going to be giving me a wood stove.
Mm-hmm. Our friends Eric and Tracy have a wood stove for Amber already.
Right, I just got to figure out the size of it so then I can build an area. Because that's something else that is a must-have is concrete board for.
Yeah, you'll have to have concrete board and stovepipe.
But that concrete board is super cheap.
Yeah.
And stovepipe, I'm hoping that maybe I can find some of that used.
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. You're probably gonna have to spend a couple $100 on stovepipe.
Right, I've been looking on Marketplace for stovepipe because I figure if I need a reducer or anything on it, that would be cheaper than having to buy all the stovepipe.
And then you're gonna need like something to put through the walls so that it doesn't catch the walls on fire. And then you have to have enough to go up over the peak of your roof, or you won't have a good enough draft. And your house will fill up with smoke. So.
Yep.
Thanks, Kathleen. She said you have really done a wonderful job. We've been getting it.
Yeah, we've been working hard. And thanks to, mainly Jen and Mikey being up on the roof doing the sketchy part.
Yeah. Donald said the cheap generators put out a square wave. Yeah. And it's dirty power and it will damage your electronics. So, what Donald's talking about is pure sine wave versus modified sine wave. Pure sine wave is you imagine like this is like your
electric current.
Your electric current kind of goes up and down, up and down. It can damage your appliances when it's modified sine wave. But if it's pure sine wave, then it's the same. It's consistent all the time. And he's absolutely right. You can damage your electronics and your appliances by having modified sine wave. And some of the solar generators that we have won't even charge off of a modified sine wave.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. I'm just hoping that I can find a good one.
The good thing is
and still be able to afford everything else that I need.
I haven't talked to Sean about it, but our friend Sean over at Back to Good works at Harbor Freight and gets a discount. So.
Ooh. Hey Sean.
Yeah, hey Sean. Means you could get like a 25% better generator for the same price.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Well, I don't know what his discount is.
I don't know either, but even if it's a 5% discount for,
Yeah. Bottom line, modified sine wave is dirty, unregulated power. Pure sine wave is clean power, no surges or jolts of power. Right. No spikes to kind of, like I said, damage your appliances and your electronics. So, especially sensitive electronics like computers and things like that, it could really damage those.
Aw, thank you, Kara.
Window fund. Awesome. Thank you so much. That is so awesome.
Right? Yeah, watching Mikey and Jen on the roof was scary.
It was
watching Mikey up there. Oh my gosh, that kid is like a monkey.
It was even more scary actually being up there, guys.
Yeah, it's scary up there.
It was super scary. Yep. That's good to hear, Jody. My neighbor went through that and definitely no fun. Yeah, Jody has shingles, guys, so pray for Jody. Yeah, thank you, Kara. That is so awesome. So awesome. Did it for years, y'all, said James. Mike is great with heights. No fear. I know.
He has absolutely no fear. It is insane watching him climb around like he does.
Yeah. Pneumatic Hooker said, the wind and rain is here in Macomb already. Wasn't expecting it this early. It's supposed to be here about 2 o'clock, I think, so... Good morning, Beverly. I got the shingles vaccine. I wasn't taking any chances. My friend had shingles and it was horrible. Ooh. Guess I didn't even realize they had a vaccine for shingles. I had chicken pox when I was little, so I think I'm good. Amber, you okay?
I have no idea.
Wrong tube.
When the coffee tries to kill you.
What? Good morning, Beverly. Watching from Cape Town, South Africa. Well, welcome.
No.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Sorry, guys.
Used to nail off roofs by hand before nail guns were prominent.
Oh.
Ooh, man, I don't even want to imagine what that was like, James.
That would be a job.
Yeah. You all set up for the rain? Is about as good as we're gonna get.
Yeah, as good as we're gonna get right now. I mean, I could be a little bit better. I could have, the top part of my...
I don't even know what we're gonna do there, though.
Wrapped.
Because we don't want to put it... Well, I guess we need to wrap it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm afraid that the wrapping is gonna get ripped off. I don't know. And you gotta trim off that 2x4 hanging out up there.
Yeah. And I don't like heights. So,
yeah, and you have to do
pretty
that
high up off the ground, and
you pretty much have to do that from the outside.
The ground is unlevel, very, very unlevel. So setting up a ladder is ridiculous. It's scary.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I wish I had level ground under me, but yeah.
Cindy, after recent data on vaccines, I'm not sure I'll ever get anything like that ever again. I need to anchor down some solar panels on top of the bus and install a diesel heater down in the 40s tonight. Yep, it's going to be in the 40s tonight here too. Diesel heater should be really easy to install.
Yeah, those seem really easy.
I do need to go. I do have our Jackery solar panels down there that aren't anchored in it anyway. I should probably do that.
Yeah, I don't even have solar panels out right now. I had to unhook my solar when we were doing the roof, and I haven't even set that back up.
Now you don't really have anywhere to put them.
Yeah, I've gotta like build something or do something for
we talked
my
about
solar
that
panels,
before. But it's, yeah.
To be honest, that hasn't really been a main priority of mine. My main priority is just getting this room finished, so I'm only heating one place for the winter, not two.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you cover the opening of the slide out? Yes, it's under the roof.
Yeah.
So the slide out's actually like directly in front of us right now.
Yeah.
It's under the roof, so there won't be any water getting in there. Other than anything that might blow in through the gable ends. But it won't be a lot, I'm sure.
Yes, I do, Steve. Yes, I do.
I hear a sign of more progress.
Easier said than done.
Hi, Muriel. Yes, Wiley is down there cutting metal. Him and Michael are putting a roof on our pantry down there today because yesterday, the last couple of days, we've been working on building our back wall and our pantry, and he's putting a roof on it today. So there's that. We also need to run plumbing. Our stuff came in yesterday to run more plumbing because we're going to move the sink. And actually, we're going to downsize to a single sink instead of that big 3-bay commercial sink that we have. And
less space for dishes.
Right, yeah. If it's a smaller sink, you got to do dishes more often, right? Except I don't even know if our big pans are going to fit in that sink, but it's fine. It's whatever. We'll make it work. Yeah.
I think actually right now we have about a 10% chance of rain, but I think by 2 o'clock it goes up to like a over 50% chance.
Yeah. And then there's no way we're going to miss it altogether. It's going to hit here. Hopefully it's just not super bad. My main concern is wind. Not so worried about the rain. I'm mostly worried about the high winds.
Yeah.
Hey, Kathy, my cousin is coming this week to put the roof on the half of my 1940 Zephyr trailer that I tore off and insulated. Then tarp goes back on. We know that feeling.
Right.
Having to take the tarp off and put it back on is half the work.
Yeah. Making more work for Emily. Actually, Emily is, now that she's got a job, we take it a little bit easier on her around here.
Yeah. She is watching Willow right now for us. But when Emily's working, the other kids don't do nearly as good of a job watching Willow as Emily does. Nearly at all. As soon as she's like, they're like, Mom, I'm here. So Amber can't really get anything done at all.
No.
When Emily's at work.
It's a hard thing to do.
She wants to help us, but she mostly just stands around holding Willow watching because...
Feeling lazy.
Yeah. Been praying because I've been watching some of the weather channels and it doesn't sound very good. I agree, Kim. Oh, and by the way, Kim, she said thank you to whoever gifted the membership. That was Jody Young. Hey, McKevin, how's it going? Any wind yet? Yes, we're already getting wind.
Yeah.
Great Bible study this morning, Jen. Good morning, Amber. Thanks, Chris. I wonder what all is going to leave like a magic carpet in the wind, right? Yeah. Rain we can use. Yeah, we can definitely use the rain too, but my main concern is the wind. We the viewers worry about Amber and safety. Hope the weather cooperates. I agree.
Yeah, I hope it's not too bad because I would really hate to lose any kind of progress that we've made. Muriel, I still have like the OSB board and stuff in materials, but we aren't going to put any kind of insulation in the walls or the OSB board up until after this bad storm. And then I also still need to build my interior walls, but that's not going to happen until after payday.
Yeah.
Because I got to go out and buy all the lumber for building the
YouTube
walls.
payday is the 21st. So
it's getting closer.
Not that far away.
It's getting closer.
Yeah. And we should probably also figure out what we're doing for your gable ends before you do insulation. That way if it rains again, your insulation doesn't go out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm kind of at a standstill until I can get the rest of it wrapped up there. And then I've got to build a partial wall. And then I will probably, yeah. They sell these bundles of like wood of cutoffs, right?
Yeah, from the sawmill.
The cutoffs at the sawmill.
Yeah.
So I want to buy some of those bundles to do the outside of the walls in. And I'll probably just use those bundles to go all the way up to the top. I've got to, wait till payday for it.
Yeah, and we probably won't be able to get them all at once.
Yeah.
So, that's the same thing we're going to use on our house down there. At least you can enjoy the added space in the meantime, since this weather allows it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice being able to sit here, and then I can watch all the kids and keep an eye on them.
Yeah, because when you let kids out of your sight, they start doing shady things.
Yeah, and I actually have room for like Willow's, playpen to be set up.
You can see it kind of over there in the corner by her.
Yeah, and now that she moves around more, that is a blessing. So then I can actually go to the bathroom without having to worry about her rolling off of something.
Mm-hmm. And she sits up now. Well, she doesn't sit up on her own yet, but she can sit up for quite some time if you sit her up.
Yeah.
And she's really good at rolling and scooting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she is. And
which is scary.
It's very terrifying.
Can't believe this video has gotten 1.1k views. Is that your short, James? Is that what you're talking about? Shorts do really well. Someone was complaining on mine because we've been posting a lot of shorts.
Right.
And I want to say that it's the shorts that we are making are just clips of our long form videos. So if you prefer long form content, there's no point in watching our shorts because you've already seen it. But a lot of people, some people like long form content, some people like shorts, and doing a lot of shorts is kind of like if you're a new business advertising. You're trying to bring new people to your business. And YouTube is a business for us. We are entrepreneurs and self-employed through YouTube. And so by doing shorts, it means that we can bring in more viewers. So I encourage other people who have YouTube channels to do shorts also. I found a program. It's $29 a month, which sounds like a lot when you're just starting. But shorts don't pay very much at all. But I have made $29 this month on my shorts, so it's paid for that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to continue doing that and continue making shorts out of our long form
and the
content.
shorts help bring in more viewers.
More viewers, yeah. Yep. Shorts are easy to watch and give a thumbs up to. I try to watch all my channel shorts to help them out with the money. Thanks, Cindy. I like short form content because I have a short attention span. So if it's 30 seconds long, sometimes, that's better. And like I said, when I go online to find recipes, I don't want a 15-minute video on how to make this. Give it to me in 30 seconds or less.
Right.
Like, when I want to learn how to do something, just give me bam, 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 because I'm busy and I want to know how to do it and just do it.
Yeah. And yeah, Cindy, I do lay a blanket out on the floor and let her roll around and have more room to move. But I still have the gap in my floor over here between my add-on and the trailer.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that gap is big enough for her to fall through. So,
Yeah.
so I have to keep a close eye on her because it's amazing how quick that little thing can get 12 feet from where I put her.
Yeah, you blink and she's gone. Donald said, I'm sorry for leaving you out. We didn't feel left out. Or maybe I should be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you left us out.
Oh, that is so rude.
We came before Amber. How could you forget about us?
I'm just kidding.
I enjoy the joke ones you guys did. They were really cute, especially since they included the kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I still like. I like to do those. I just don't always remember to record when I'm telling my kids a joke.
Yeah. Hi, Anthony. And then being online, you have to be careful what you put out on the internet about your kids because people want to be really judgy. Some people don't believe that kids should have dirty faces or that they should play outside or that, they shouldn't wear stained clothes or their hair should look like it was just brushed all day long.
Yeah.
And so you got to be really careful.
And if you've ever had little kids, you know that they are dirt magnets.
Yeah. Especially when you live out in the woods and you encourage your kids to play outside. They could have a bath and 10 minutes later look like they haven't bathed in a week.
10 minutes? I give it 10 seconds.
Yeah. Because they're like dogs. As soon as you give the dog a bath, the first thing they do is go outside and roll around in the dirt.
Yeah, that's
how our kids are. The first, you give them a bath and then they go outside and just pick up dirt and just start throwing it up in the air, And then they get all muddy again. So you gotta be careful what you put out online because people are really quick to report you to child services because your kid's shirt had a mustard stain on it or something. So
yeah.
Stupid stuff, guys.
Right. Well, Cindy, with this hole over here, I plan on building a little frame and I'm gonna put it down in there. I'm gonna screw one side of it to the frame of the trailer and then the other for the frame of my floor out here, and then I will be able to cover it with the OSB board. And then you won't even be able to tell that it's separate.
What happened to Positively Offensive, Greg? Honestly, between working on Amber's roof and working down at our place, we have not had time to record for that channel at all. Which there's been a couple times when we're like, we need to do this, but then it's time to cook dinner.
And then by the time everything is said and done and we have a moment to do it, I'm up here with the baby because she's sleeping and Jen's down there and I don't get the best of service up here, so...
Yeah, excuses. Anyway.
Yeah.
We just haven't had time to record for it because we've been super busy doing our, building and stuff. So, someone said that their doctor said that kids need to eat in a certain amount of dirt in their childhood. Yeah, they don't believe kids should be kids. They want they want little adults. Well, the thing is that the people who are growing into adults these days act worse than kids do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of counterintuitive. But yeah, we believe that kids should get dirty. They should play outside. They should,
Right, Kim?
do all those fun things.
Have they never heard the song about barbecue stand on my white t-shirt? Chicks dig it.
Right?
Yes, they do.
Yep. One time I got reported to child services because Hunter and Emily wore sweatshirts in the summertime. How stupid is that? I think it's stupid to wear a sweater in the summertime because it's hot outside. Why are you going to wear a sweater? But why report somebody because a kid is wearing a sweater in the summertime?
Right? God made dirt so dirt don't hurt. That is the motto I grew up with.
Yep. Play clothes and Sunday best. Just got to make sure they change after church or Sunday best becomes play clothes. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty much all play clothes. There's just some that are less stained than others at this point.
Yeah. There's some that have few less stains and holes.
Yeah, Muriel, it is ridiculous. Yeah. That area is going to be so nice for y'all to enjoy your time in. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And Amber's gonna have a decent sized bedroom. Wiley was like, all you need is a 10 by 10. I was like, not if you want a dresser or a closet. You need something a little bit bigger than that.
Right.
Maybe a 10 by 10 after you add those things. Otherwise, you don't have any storage. That's my biggest thing is I hate not having storage to put things.
Right, yeah. That's...
Then everything is just kind of everywhere all the time. Zero organization.
And you cannot make it look clean for nothing.
No. And I
like a clean space.
Me too.
I function better. I'm a happier person.
A dirty house is a really good way to make me mad. And make me just kind of edgy, you know?
Oh, yeah.
When I was a kid, my mom could never keep me clean. I was such a tomboy and hated being inside. Same. We were the same way.
Right. I went to work all the time with our dad. And, yeah, I was just one of the guys for a while.
20 by 20. Oh, yeah. 20 by 20 is huge. This is only about she's going to have about
a 30 by 12 right here.
Yeah. That'd be a really small living room.
Yeah.
I'm an old woman and can tell you that in my childhood, I ate plenty of dirt and survived. Plus, I drank from the garden hose. Same.
Mm-hmm.
We drank from the garden hose, too.
And she fed me mud pies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I definitely consumed enough dirt.
Yeah. Force fed her. You're going to eat this dirt and you're going to like it. That's what they're saying about bugs.
Lived over this all day.
Yeah. Now they're like, you're going to eat bugs and you're going to like it. That's what the powers that be want us to do. In fact, you got to check your ingredient labels, guys, because they're sneaking bug protein. There's a secret name for it. Google it. It's a certain kind of protein that they're putting in food now that's an additive. So you might even be eating bugs and you don't know it. They're just ground up into a powder and added in.
Delicious.
Yeah. Never had a problem with Michael getting dirty. I still tried to negotiate taking him off your hands. By the way, his hard work has earned him some jerky on the way. Oh, thanks, Kevin.
He will be so excited about that.
I'll be sure not to tell him and just eat it all by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you share with me or I'm ratting you out.
Yeah. I wore a uniform to school my entire life, so after school was play clothes. And like you said, church clothes and play clothes. Yeah.
Yep, treasure hunter Neil. I've still drank from a water hose at least. I mean, of course I've eaten dirt, just not on purpose. Mm-hmm. When I was little, I did it on purpose. I don't do it so much on purpose anymore.
Hey, Rita from Illinois. Hello. Rode BMX bikes where the motocross bikes rode. Doing it. Dang it, that mud was deep. Hopefully someone will be putting a stop to all these additives that are put in the things that we use and consume, right?
Right.
Because right now it's on you to do your research and be able to identify what those things are because they hide it. Sugar has 50 different names. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but there's a whole bunch of different names for sugar and stuff. There's a whole bunch of different names for fake salt. And there's a whole bunch of names for other things that you shouldn't be consuming either. So my family hates it that I check ingredient labels because I ruin stuff for them all the time.
She does. She takes away all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
But bugs are delicious.
See? Somebody agrees with me.
She must like those chocolate-covered grasshoppers or whatever.
Yeah.
When I made ants on a log for a kid, it was celery and peanut butter and raisins, not actual ants.
Please don't think I complained. It was one video. It seemed I'd seen many times.
Oh, Janice, I don't even know that it was you. I don't know, maybe. Either way, it's something that I'm gonna continue to put out shorts. And like I said, you might have watched it a couple times. I did mess up when I was creating shorts because I'm using a program that kind of does it all for me, and I might have scheduled the same thing a couple of times on accident, but I was getting used to the program, so that might actually be the case. Also, It's just clips of our long form content. So the whole idea is to bring more customers to our business, basically viewers to our channel in a business sense. Hey Roxanne, how's it going?
My sister is fussy about my kids getting dirty, and I told her that's why her kids didn't have fun.
Yeah.
Right? My
Yeah.
kids are always dirty. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I at one point when, it was my first child, my oldest daughter, yeah, I tried to keep her clean, but I learned very quickly that that is a waste of time, and all that it does is make me frustrated that I can't keep her clean.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's one thing I've learned being a parent, sometimes you just gotta pick and choose your battles.
Yeah.
Or else you spend your whole
life
battling, and I didn't want to battle that. It's not hurting her. It's not hurting nobody else. So if she wanted to be dirty, she could be dirty.
She got a bath at the end of the day.
Exactly. She was clean when she went to bed.
Yeah.
Sometimes she'd still be clean when she woke up, but somehow, I swear, she'd get dirty in her sleep.
Emily's looking for a new program for her content and her channel. Yeah, me too. I know that Adobe Premiere Pro is the one that everybody else uses, but it's pretty expensive, I think. So, and I need something I can do on my phone because my computer can't handle all that.
And I don't have a computer.
Yeah, I mean she has this like Chromebook or whatever, but that's not.
It's not.
It's
meant
not
for,
a
like
computer.
video.
It's a glorified tablet with a keyboard, is what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's still nice to have because when I'm doing live streams up here and stuff, we can
read comments.
Yeah.
She can use it to read comments and watch movies.
Right.
But that's pretty much it. Check emails.
Yep.
And then Lily, Lily having long hair, she can brush her hair or I can brush her hair, and unless I braid it 10 minutes later, it doesn't look like it's been brushed. So
that's why I pull my hair up. You can't tell if I brushed it or not.
Right, exactly. I know. I keep mine in a braid so that when I do take it down, it's easy to brush. Cindy said, my voice text keeps throwing in the end of previous comment. Hey, Gordon, how's it going? I'm currently wearing shorts, so I'm in the loop. Just let kids be kids, right, Lacey? Some kids sleep with mud pies just in case they want a nighttime snack. Yeah.
Exactly.
Told her the only time her kids got to have fun is when they came to see what?
See them. Or is when we came to see them.
Oh, okay. I was like, where's that 444 coming? What does that mean?
Somebody's thing got stuck.
Neil said, did you watch my short, Neil? I mean, James said, did you watch my short, Neil? Good morning, Stanley. How are you? Wearing shorts and a White Rock Homestead t-shirt. I have a White Rock t-shirt.
Right, I do too, somewhere.
I am going to go put on a pair of shorts before I start working because these sweats are getting kind of warm.
Yes, Gordon, we are sitting in the addition at my place.
Technically, I'm in the living room. She's in the bedroom.
Yeah. I'm either in the bedroom or like right in the wall.
There's supposed to be a wall between us. Yeah, progress is beautiful, guys. I agree, Katrina.
Yes, it's so nice seeing all of this done.
It's all coming.
It's also slightly overwhelming knowing how much we still have to go.
It's alright. The cold weather will only make us move faster. My nephew even
ate the gravel at the playground and stuffed his pockets full for later.
That's funny.
My boys, the dirt out at my dad's, or out at our dad's, is like really powdery. We called it moon dust, because I mean, as soon as you step in it, it's like gravity doesn't exist. It's just poof, poof, everywhere. Poof.
I feel like our dirt here's kind of like that in the driveway too. Walking down the driveway, I was so dirty yesterday. Sorry, go ahead.
So my boys, they used to like to. My two youngest boys. Let me specify that there. They used to really enjoy licking the dirt off the bumper of the cars. I don't know why, but every time I turn around, one of them's out there licking the bumper of her car.
Yeah. Kim said we just went into debt buying a laptop so we could travel because I still need to edit videos. Yeah. Bimmin family.
Yeah, I mean, I would
hello.
love to have a good laptop or computer to be able to edit on. I would learn how to use the software to edit on a computer, but I can't afford one, and I'm not gonna.
The last laptop I had, Wiley and I saved up to buy it, and it cost us a little over $1,000. Because if you want to do YouTube on a computer, you really need like a gaming laptop.
Mm-hmm.
A cheap $200 laptop from Walmart will not cut it.
No.
You will not be able to put, it won't even hold your videos. So without having an external hard drive, you can't even put videos on it. You can't hardly download the software. The processor isn't fast enough, strong enough to keep up with anything. And as soon as you start cutting clips and adding clips, and even simple things as like cutting things out and then adding in transitions is too much. So a cheap computer will not cut it. We used to fling dried cow patties like frisbees. We didn't grow up around cows, or we probably would have been doing the same thing.
Probably.
I want a laptop, and it's over $1,000. Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, and that's on the low end, honestly.
Yeah.
That's on the low end. I mean, if you really want to get fancy with it, if you want a computer where you can do special effects, and you can do, produce it kind of like a, not necessarily a Hollywood movie, but something to that effect, then you need a computer that's a few $1,000s. And I've gotten so good at doing it on my phone, I'd rather just do it on my phone. Because I bought that laptop and it lasted us about 1.5 years before it crashed. And I was like, I am not spending that much on another laptop. And Michael, the computer I have now, Michael built, but it still needs a lot of stuff. We've upgraded the processor, the RAM is okay, the storage is okay, but it's just still not good enough. Every time I try to use the program, it like glitches and it freezes up, and your video, if you try to speed it up at all, it just is like very like almost like frame by frame and not it doesn't play, and then it shuts down and it's just awful. So I don't even want to deal with it. What kind of phone do I have? I just have the same phone I had before, which is just a
Moto G5.
Yeah, it's a Moto G 5G. It's $200, brand new. Probably not even that now. Super cheap phone. We got a bottom of the barrel expensive. Yeah, bottom of the expensive barrel laptop. $2K. Dang, Kim.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch. I hope it lasts for you for a while, because I was very sad when we spent so much on a computer and then it didn't last very long at all.
Neil.
Ew, Neil.
Not sure if that's sanitary.
Yeah. Whose song? What are they song? Wiley is cutting metal for our roof down there. The roof for our pantry that we're at.
Wiley just likes to make noise.
Yep. It's one of the reasons we're here at Amber's.
And not down there at
Yeah.
Jen's.
Plus, you need a window that opens as extra fire exit just in case.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, she's got a front door and a back door now. So there's that. And there's emergency exit on the trailer over there.
At the end over here.
At the end over here. So she's got 3 ways to get out if necessary.
Yeah.
And then also there'll be windows that open. So that's definitely something that I think about after the November before we moved here. So 2 years ago, this November, Wiley and I were actually here in Arkansas working on getting our place ready for when we moved here that following spring. And the kids had called freaking out because there had been a fire at home and we were 4 hours away. I say kids. 2 of our boys that were there were over 18. So it's not like we left them home alone without adults. But it was Wiley's youngest and Michael were both 18 already at the time. And but Emily had a space heater in her bedroom and it had shorted out or something, and it wasn't even on when it caught fire. And it caught fire and burnt up Hunter and Emily's bedrooms. So luckily neither of them were in there at the time, but there's that. And then recently the fire that we had down at camp really makes me aware of having multiple exit strategies in case of a fire. So yeah. What bus got damaged by the fire? So the previous one was, the first one in November 2 years ago was Emily and Hunter's old school bus that they had at our old house in Oklahoma, and it was burnt through and through. I mean, the fire department, it was a total loss. They lost everything that they owned. Pretty much all they had was the clothes that they were wearing, the shoes that they had on their feet, and any of their stuff that was in the house that they hadn't taken out to their room. And it was very, very sad. And then recently, Lily's bus got slightly damaged by the fire, but it's just a little bit of charred on the outside. It's not like structural or anything, and she didn't lose any of her stuff, but it was still scary. So, two small windows touching one another.
I like making noise because it makes my neighbors mad. I like making my neighbors mad too.
Yeah. She's looking at me, but she's not really talking about me because we have other neighbors around here. They're less cool than I am. I hope they
hear that big head she has.
I do not say anything about anybody that I would not say to their face. Okay, let's just be clear about that. If I say it, I will say it to your face. Yeah, James. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Before we moved to Arkansas, that fire destroyed the kids' whole bus and took everything. My neighbors are jerks, so I do it on purpose. Newman family, I can completely understand where you're coming from. As I get older, though, I have to keep telling myself, treat people how you want to be treated. Just remember that they're in their 20s and that they're not smart yet. And so, I mean, that's our situation. Like, maybe they'll be cool when they're like 40, or maybe they'll move away before then. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. I'm not holding my breath either way. But I try not to put fuel on the fire. Right? Yeah, we are over here staying and helping at Jeff's. Yes. My son started a fire in my kitchen. Oh,
that's never good.
That's awful. I say it the way that it is. Auntie Emma, you and I could definitely be friends. Because I don't want friends that can't tell me how it is. Do not sugarcoat stuff for me. If you aren't, what was that movie? Willy Wonka. If you ain't Willy Wonka, don't sugarcoat stuff. Can't make enough noise without reason to upset Jen. She played band in her mom's kitchen before school. Who's that? Anetta? Is that how you say your name? Welcome from South Africa. Hello. I remember that fire. Hunter looked so sad on your live stream. He was so sad. They literally lost everything. And something that I believe is to make kids work for stuff, because if you hand them everything all the time, you're only going to raise entitled adults that think that everything should be handed to them. So when my kids want something, I'm like, well, then you better figure out a way to make money and then figure out how to save and buy what you want. Because if you can't work for what you want, then you don't need to have it. Of course, we provide food, clothing, shelter, the basics. But if they want, like Emily has a job and she wants to buy a Nintendo Switch, I'm like, well, you better save your money then. Don't blow it on stupid stuff. And I was like, but before you do that, you need to buy yourself a good pair of work shoes so that you're comfortable at work and you keep going back. But so Emily and Hunter had worked for most of what they had. Other than their bed, their clothes, we provide those things. But when they want something extra, they have to work for it. And when you work for it, you appreciate things a lot more than when it's handed to you. I'm 47 and like it calm, but my neighbors fight each other all the time and they try to bring it in my yard. So
I became the jerk and I love it. Hey, sometimes you have to be the jerk.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Your name changed back. I think Rob Wow is Eric, right? Right.
I don't know. Right.
Oh my lord, I about beat myself to death just now because a spider just came down on my head. The neighbors probably think I'm going nuts. Hardest thing was telling my best friend her husband had been repeatedly seen with other women.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, because then she's like, you're just trying to tear us apart. Or, you know, I don't know. At least that's what I've seen happen a lot, is that women, you try to tell your friend that, and they're like, you're just trying to tear us apart because you don't like him. That's why it's important to keep your relationship between you and your husband or you and your wife and not talk to other people about your problems. When the canned goods got hot in the kitchen fire, they all exploded. Oh my god, covered with soup and veggies. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm getting less of a filter as I get older. Mama got like that. We used to say, you're just gonna take her anywhere, or you just can't take her anywhere. Yeah. I have less of a filter as I've gotten older too.
Right.
I mean, I gotta say, I've tuned it in a little bit.
Right. I don't know. As I get older, I don't know. I guess the only thing that I've really changed is I definitely just don't talk about my feelings or show emotion. Because nobody cares.
Yeah. And then I'm like, why? What's bothering you? Obviously something's bothering you. She's like, nothing. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Leave me alone. I'm fine. And I'm like, well, if you don't tell me why I made you mad, then I'm just going to keep doing it. We had 2 retired neighbors. We live on 3 acres. Our grandkids have quads and dirt bikes, so they ride. We have a track in the back 40. Neighbors complain about dust. They have a dirt road.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, we should get off here. It's been an hour.
Yeah, I was going to say we should probably get off here.
Yep, I need to go change into some shorts and then go help Wiley.
Alright, I was going to say I need to put socks on with my shoes before I go down there.
Amber already threw a roast in the oven so that it's done later. And it's smelling really good.
It's either going to be lunch or dinner, depending on what time it gets done.
Yeah, we've been living on sandwiches for the last couple of days.
I have it on a really low temperature, so it's just slowly cooking, because when I put it in there, it was a solid frozen brick of meat.
Yep. But if we start it at like early in the morning, then it'll be done by dinner time. So that's good. Yep. All right. Well, we should go because we got stuff to do.
I am so happy that you guys were all here with us today, and we will see you on the next one.
Yep. You could do our laundry too. It's piling up. We've got quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
And with rain coming, I can't do laundry because it won't dry.
All right. Who wants to volunteer to do our laundry?
What happened to your roosters? One of them died, and then the other one's still running around out there somewhere.
Right. He's still being a jerk.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. And from Chile. Ooh.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, make it a beautiful day, everyone. Right.
Okay.
Or
now
some
I'm really
people like to say, "Have the day you deserve."
Okay.
All right, we gotta go. We love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Turn it off already. Bye.
Can't reach it.
She can't reach.
And I can't. Hey. Nope. I'm the worst.